Welcome to gaming stream number 55. I'm your host, Devious Dave Rose. And it's a nice chill afternoon, Sunday evening. Actually, it's evening now since it's 5. That is the cutoff time. And I thought I'd at least start off with a little fishing. But hey, I've just heard recently that some people really enjoy my Kerbal stuff. So who knows? Maybe I'll play that. Maybe I'll play something else. I do have, what's it called? GTA Online installed. Actually, talking to people recently, said I should play that. And I'd be willing to, but I would love to be able to play cooperatively. But it seems to be most people out in the community only play it on a console, and unfortunately there's no cross-compatibility despite the fact that Rockstar could easily do so, as well as all the platforms. But I'm also considering potentially installing a new game. It's not really new, but it would be new for you guys. It's called City Heroes, and it's an MMO, which is now free. But, and yeah, you can play that on the computer easily. And yeah, you get to play superheroes and stuff and customize your character. Might be similar to Kerbals, where I could make community characters. So imagine I could make a bullfrog. I could actually make a bullfrog. I could make his body type and everything. It's that customizable. And, one of his superpowers would be like super jump. So that could work out very well, actually. I think that would be quite hilarious. You give me a second here. But yes. So yeah, you know what? I'm going to start off with a little fashion. Actually, some information came across my desk today. The Sparrows are always on top of things. And wow, this is a bombshell, actually, but it doesn't belong on, you guys know how I'm easily capable of stopping a stream and then just straight up going to a drama stream. I don't know. I am very tempted now that more has come out through these revelations, but if anything, this would certainly be reason to reopen the diner for episode 101. So, it is the Christmas season, though, and, we're supposed to be good and nice, and, it is what I like to do, but there's also justice, and justice, obviously, will be served. Vengeance, as they say. Oh, fuck. No, I forgot the fucking saying. The revenge is a best dish served cold, which is vengeance, the root word. But justice is like pizza. Hot or cold, it's always on spot. So let me just say that I'm very, very tempted to go live with a drama stream. But I don't know. Might have to hold off on that, at least for the time being, temporarily. But wow. I'm not even going to fucking say any more other than this is a bombshell revelation. I appreciate the birdies who have, the Sparrows, actually. Birdies like me too, but the Sparrows are my group. For bringing this information to my attention, because wow. It would be I can't tell you anymore. All I can say is that it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Oh, actually, well, since it's drama fishing anyways, maybe I should just call the show drama fishing. But apparently Scott McKinnon is back at it again, so I can never mention Scott McKinnon again, ever, according to him. So the one time, even if I do an impression, if I somehow infer his name, then clearly, you're stupid. It's like you're obsessed. Obviously, you follow me. You watch everything I do. It's pathetic. You've already proven me correct. And so many others in this community have you proven correct. so many others have proven me correct, I should say. There were some out there that had enough inkling and knowledge to see exactly what you were. Scanty. Do you want... Scanty, tell me this. Do you want a power trip to return? Because we could do that. In fact, stuck up there at your work camp, you've got nothing to do other than take it up the pooper. So, you're going to be talking about me. How about we go back to the old ways? Do you think you can stand against me? Or are you going to get yourself fired again because you got way too obsessed over shit? I would think the latter. Yes. Ooh, 4 viewers. One of them is me because I got it. I'm monitoring both the regular stream, making sure it's working, audio, all that, and the whole live streaming thing that you get when you're in YouTube Studio and such. So got them on that. So one of them is me, but we got 3 viewers apparently, apart from myself. They must be hate viewers because they're certainly not saying anything in the chat. Oh, yes. And who are you obsessed with? This guy right here. Me. The greatest champion ever. But, yep, a lot of things going on in the background, which I'm fully aware of. Jacob RP the other day. Not just on my show. In fact, I think it was Thursday when I allowed him to be on my show. Then there was Friday. That was Mestizo Make-A-Wish Day. The next day was sort of residual. So, I let him on there as well. And then yesterday he came on to Joe's show, Monetize This. Great show, by the way. Huge replay value. And there's some funny shit on that show, actually. Very good stuff. But, yeah, he certainly got into it with me because, these little bitches get really offended on something and they hold grudges, can't let it go. So as such, he certainly wanted to get into it with me and certainly couldn't, grab a handle on the whole situation. So he had to yell and talk over people and keep using the circular logic. And it was quite pathetic, I must say. But it was fun. It was fun to play with my prey, as I like to do. And he certainly showed himself to be ineffectual. But that is his, that should be his motto, really. Ineffectual. Can you even pronounce that? I doubt it, but he's going to have to practice. But so, yes. Jacob RP, loser. You got no car, bro. You got no car. And he's like, oh, but you got no girls in your car. It's like, yeah, but all I got to do is just drive to a place and pick them up. Boom. Can you do that? Like, what do you say? Hey, babe, can we take the bus back home to my mom's place and we can fuck and not make noise and wake her up? Okay. So, let me just fire up the fishing planet. And I will say, today was quite the day. Wow. That final for the World Cup. A lot of people were mad. A lot of people were happy. I was very pleased with the result. Argentina, after 36 years, has not only gotten an additional star on their jerseys, but an additional World Cup victory. And Messi truly is the greatest of all time. It is undeniable. And of course, many might take issue with that, but sorry, that's the fact. Nobody does it better than Messi. It's a simple fact. In fact, the only person that does it better than Dave Rose is Lionel Messi. Okay? So we have to be honest now. Now that this has occurred and we see the results, and San Diego, the Maradona was looking over us today. No hands of God this time needed. It was pure skill. And God bless Argentina and the football club. They certainly deserve this. Messi certainly deserved it as well. And not only was this a great World Cup, this was a great final. So many great games. And great skill displayed by many. France deserves getting to the finals. But in the end, there could be only one. So on that note, let's start up Fishing Planet. Skype lines are open if you want to talk shit. I know there's many out there that do. So feel free to do so. Yes, yes. Oh, mm, I gotta keep control of myself because I could go into the deep drama, the one that I'm telling you about, which deserves the diner reopened. To be quite honest, I gotta hold myself, but I could do a drama diner tonight. Simple fact, and drop the bombs that I'm talking about. I will say I'm very tempted. I'm gonna have to now figure out whether or not I will be doing that. But let's start the game up. Woo! Going back to Lone Star Lake. Come on, Hate Watchers. You've been subscribed long enough to be able to say something in the chat. Come on. Alrighty. Back to this. White Event Machine 5. An interesting name. Oops, that didn't go where I wanted it, but okay, I'll take it. While I do that, let me just do this. Skiddy bop da da. I might make some burgers tonight, actually, now that I think of it. Nice green salad and maybe some home fries. Because burgers and home fries, just perfect. Gonna equate my hesitancy on doing a full drama stream today with what I was talking about with somebody earlier today. Is that I'm very, very good at controlling myself, self-control. Now, obviously, there'll be people out there that would not believe that at all, but that's fine. There's a lot of stupid people out there. But I equate it to walking through the grocery store. You're checking things out. And then you've got all these chocolate bars that are, discounted and so forth. Come on, you stupid bitch. You fucking motherfucker. Yeah, you keep biting, you bitch. And yes, you see chocolate bars. You son of a bitch. There you go. That are at discounted prices and look, I love fucking sweets. I love them. Not like just exclusively chocolate, but a chocolate bar. So it's got to obviously have something in there and not just solid chocolate. And I do like chocolate, but I can't. I don't know. I mean, I could physically, but do I want to? No. I don't want to eat a solid chocolate bar. I want some wafers in there, maybe some caramel, maybe some rice puffs, something to vary the flavor. But every time I pass these places, despite the fact it'd be easy for me to just grab a bunch of fucking sweets, I don't. I'd like to, but I don't. It's called self-control. Now, ladies and gentlemen, obviously you can see there's many people out there in the community, and obviously the hate watchers certainly know it because this is applying to them as well, but they really certainly don't have any control over themselves. And certainly not over me. I do find it comical that people continue to attack me, but they still can't fucking take me down. And you'd think that at this point, it'd be, well, the way to describe it, it'd be a fucking slam dunk case. Yet, here I am. So, what does that tell you? how ineffectual they are, actually. They got small peepees. They don't know how to use them. Meanwhile, I've been petitioning the Canadian American governments to start to enlarge the toilets in the world, in North America, to include a space that will allow for us well-endowed individuals to not have their cock rest on the side of the toilet bowl. So, there is that. But I don't know. I mean, See, the problem is, though, that the drama is even more enticing than the chocolate bars. It's like the bomb that I could drop right now. The bomb that I could drop right now. And I had a conversation with somebody earlier, and we discussed doing so. And there's both a hesitancy on myself and others, about this. But if anything, the diner's reopening for that. And, basically just, I guess, write it down, because it's going to happen then. Because this will be discussed. And the only place to discuss it is on the diner. Really. We're going to reopen the fucking diner. It's been closed down for several months. Still well maintained. Again, just like the McDonald's strategy. You hold on to real estate, because it just gets more valuable over time. And certainly you have a well-established location and a brand. So, if anything, it would have to be diner. Because Watchtower, yes, could fit there, but it's that much of a bombshell that it deserves it deserves a diner. It really does. It really does. So, keep that in mind and keep watching, because who knows? Perhaps even tonight, if somebody entices me enough with a little donation, because after all, I am a mercenary, and, you pay to play sort of thing. So if somebody was to pull that off, you're going to get it fucking in spades. That's an absolute fucking guarantee. And it would probably be one of those multiple hour drama diner streams that just goes off the rails and gets nuts, like seriously nuts. And technically, there really isn't much going on Sunday night anyways. So, you stupid fish. So, my plans are basically open, if you wish to do so. Oh, 9 viewing right now, and they must be all, -1. That's me, because I'm watching my own stream. But, must be a bunch of hate watchers. Rather. And yet I'm here. What can you do? Maybe learn a little bit about fishing. I don't know. Expand your vocabulary. We always know that that's the case when someone interacts with me. Who's the bitch that's fucking fishing next to me? Let me just cast this. I don't want to. Well, I can't really move too much, but I'll look at him later. There we go. Nice. All right, so let's see. Who's there? Billy Bob around us? We'll keep that. He's fishing from all the way there? Holy shit. Not no-till? Holy shit. That's quite the line. Fishing halfway. He's fishing halfway across the lake. I got some interesting clips of Tony. That might better be reserved for a diner, because I could play them now, but we're just doing a little drama fishing here, Ooh, what do I got? Personal record. Green sunfish. We still might have the opportunity to catch a Tony, so we're gonna have to keep our eyes open for that, because those Tony fish, they are rare, but they certainly are quite true to reality. Sometimes life imitates art. Or actually, in this case, art imitates life. There we go. Come on, Tony. Come on, Tony. I want a Tony fish. Bring me the Tony fish. And this isn't really much different because, again, I can play the game. So basically, Tony playing his trucking simulator, talking drama. Well, I can do the same thing. I can do fishing, talk drama. There you go. Ooh, trophy white crappie. Well, I don't think Tony is white. He's swarmy, but he is crap. So there's that. I also question why the hate watchers don't fucking just make their own fucking shows. I mean, I'll give it to Tony. At least Tony will do a stream and address things. The hate watchers, all they got is Tony's channel anyways to go gripe and stuff. If you're already in that chat, you've got a YouTube channel. What's stopping you from fucking making a video, dude? Ah, I remember. The cowardice. The cowardice. Yes. So it's 5:39 a.m. 66 degrees Fahrenheit with 78 degree Fahrenheit water temperature. That sounds really nice, man. Like a nice warm little lake here. Surprised people aren't fucking swimming in it. Unless there's some sort of monster in here. Come on, hate watchers. You guys have been subscribed long enough. Say something in the chat. Identify yourselves. Show us your hate. Get into the hate and the anger that you feel for me. Do it. Strike me down. I don't know, maybe I'll restart Drama Emperor. You know, I've certainly created a various amount of drama streams, and each name is quite catchy, yes. I'm very good with the naming conventions. That's a simple fact. But yes, maybe Drama Emperor. Because obviously it has to include, because Power Trip, you know, that's dedicated to Scott. And Scott knows that. Hey, Scotty, are you there driving your truck, your carrier, to place? Gonna make a video about me too, dude. Keep saying that that this Omegle video is cut up and stuff, and it's just like you include that stuff, it still sort of proves the point. Also, your penchant for Cash Me Outside Girl, whatever the fuck her name was. I remember when second iteration of Drama Club, Mars was there and such, and you know, you stating your love for Cash Me Outside Girl, and we were all like, "That's gross, dude." It's like, I don't care how old she is, like. And you want to make that video of yours where I'm simply talking about the fact that there's a lot of chemicals in the environment. And because of that, it is proven already that you have maturation in individuals, male and female. And they mature much quicker. But no, that he tries to play a clip of me. Maybe I'll play that. But he plays a clip of me, and then he plays Biden sniffing kids and stuff. It's, dude, you have that reputation for a fucking reason. Not me. You do. And, well, the way that you're trying to deflect, scanty, is actually quite reflective as to what you're actually guilty of. So, again, you can say what you want. You can make whatever your videos you want. Bottom line is, douchebag, you got to understand that I will talk about whoever the fuck I want. If I want to talk about Ken, I'll talk about Ken. If I want to talk about Joe, I'll talk about Joe. Want to talk about Tony? I'll talk about Tony. Want to talk about Drew? I'll talk about Drew. And if I want to talk about you, Scanty, Well, talk about you. Maybe you want a power trip. Maybe you're so desperate for affirmation or at least attention, something, because you're pathetic. And obviously surrounded by all those apes around you up there in, I was going to say Nova Scotia, but no. We know you've moved already. I've seen your work camp and so forth. I mean, if you really want to play around, okay, I'll track you down this time too. 4 times the charm, right? Well, 3rd time's the charm. I caught you 3rd time. But okay, 4th time, yeah, we can do that if you want. All I got to do is spend the time necessary, and eventually I find you. That's just how it works. But hey, it's up to you, really. The fact is, look, Joe keeps playing fucking donations, the Area 51 donation. $49.99, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So not $51, but $49.99 on Joe Cronin Show. I recommend you do use that donation because, first of all, Joe just kills it with that song. Hilarious. And more importantly is that you got to remember is that Scott is hugely pissed. And he's sent multiple fucking messages to Joe over the past saying, you better stop using that as your donation because I'm going to sue you and counter-sue you. Remember, this is the guy has no knowledge, no fucking knowledge about the law. And every time he got fucking schooled, he doubled down basically and acted like I didn't know the law when I was citing actual subsections of the Canadian Criminal Code. And he couldn't stand the fact that every time that he tried to talk about this, I bested him. Again, Scott loses every single time when he goes against me. And I cannot say a word sometimes about him for weeks on end, but I could be on a show and maybe somebody brings his name up. Or maybe, again, you guys know, I'm not the best at impressions. So sometimes I'll go into an impression and I end up using the Scott voice. I'm like, I don't know why I'm using the Scott voice. I mean to use this, but whatever. You guys know I suck at fucking impressions. Okay. I guess just mentioning that alone is justification for him to come out and try to equate me with Joe Biden. Dude, you're the one that liked the Cash Me Outside girl, dude. You're the one. Me stating just simplistic facts. Like, I mean, again, this whole, they're making the frogs gay. Well, Alex Jones was correct, but many people were talking about this way prior to Alex Jones. You flush down the toilet into a water supply of a city, all these pharmaceuticals, especially that they're full of estrogen, it's going to affect the population, idiots. So, yes, Scott, you're a moron. But again, I could say nothing, and he would continue to talk about me, or I could say something. I could be on a show and somebody says something about Scott, and then he'll continue to, dude, no, that's not how it works. You got to accept the fact that now you're infamous. Not famous, but infamous. And Joe's never going to take away the Area 51 donation. First of all, you're never going to fucking sue him. You don't know the law. And there's nothing you can do about it. Right? Right. So, again, you're going to be forever remembered. And when somebody asks, say somebody joins Joe's community today, and they ask about that, Joe would probably reply with, "Oh, that person died long ago." But this is sort of a parry on them. You can't do shit about that, Scott. But free speech, yeah, that's free speech, dude. That's free speech. But again, Scunty, make more videos about me. I dare you. Double dog dare you. How about that? Again, what can you do, Scunty? If you could do what you claim to do, things would have been over long ago. But I do remember that time where you promised, and I think it was on a Sunday that you made the clip, but on Monday, tomorrow, I'm going to release the aerial photos of Dave's house. Well, I've been waiting close to 2 years for that there, scunt. Can you maybe update me on that whole process there? Because it doesn't seem like you can. or anybody else can for that matter. All these threats like, oh, it's not a threat, it's a promise. It's gonna happen. Like, I'm gonna take you down. It might not be today. It might not be tomorrow. I mean, I might have tried to humble you, but that failed, and I hope somebody else can do it. I'm still here. I'm still here. What else can you fucking do? Everything that apparently you've tried, that you've claimed that you've tried. So I'm going on your word. I know you're a bunch of liars, but I'm going on your word. If you can't actually produce any results, then it's all hot air. Simple as that. Not just with Scott, but with Tab, Shid, Simo, Tony, quite a few actually. Look, at this point, it's about time to just pack it in. Just accept the fact that you'll never win against me. I am your superior in multiple ways. And, well, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. There we go. Nice. Well, I gotta collect 1,000 of these motherfuckers? Scheiße. Come on, Hate Watchers. I'm sure you got something to say. Probably burning to fucking say something. Probably just raging, seething, and coping. But you still haven't been able to do anything. Still waiting. I was told I was doxxed, that everyone knew where I was. Okay, well, why don't you prove it? Send me a pizza. You don't even have to pay for it. Just send me the pizza. I will pay for it. But, strut your stuff. Show that you are actually capable of what you say. But as we know quite clearly, they're all powerless, which is probably reflective of, just their entire life altogether, to be quite honest, because they probably can't accomplish shit in their real life. Ooh, white crappy. But 130 or 103. There we go. But yeah, you can't accomplish shit when it comes to me. How about that? And you'll continue to go to Tony's channel because there's nowhere else you can go anyways in this community. And bitch and cry and complain. And I saw the screenshots the other day. I can't remember who it was. What was the wording? Ken should stand up to Dave. That's what stood out to me. Ken should stand up to Dave. That was fucking hilarious. I think I saw Joe should stand up to Dave too, or something like that. But I just find it very comical that they would think that these people wouldn't actually tell me what's on their mind privately, But just a reminder of how pathetic these little fucking shits are that are Tony's fans there. That really, they're not even his fans. The truth is, that's the only place they can go in the community. Why are they there? Well, they hate me, and I'm their public enemy number one. So as such, that's the only place where they actually can say that sort of shit and get away with it. Meanwhile, if they try that shit, even in Joe's chat, in Ken's chat, they'd be banned instantly. So, that's where they can get their jollies and try to feel somewhat superior despite the fact being totally fucking raped and destroyed with words alone. I mean, let's be honest here. Not the best cast. I'm going to have to replace this line. I'm just going to use it. I'm not going to repair it. You can see 27% for the line there. It's going to break eventually. But makes more sense to buy a new line rather than repair this. But so much to tell. So much drama. So much potential drama. There we go. And, sometimes I need to make people wait. And, anticipation makes the heart grow fonder. Yes. But yeah, clearly everyone watching is a hate watcher right now. which I got to say, I'm very proud of my accomplishments. Not just for what I've done in the past, but what I'm doing right now. Keeping you on a fucking leash and getting you so angry. You don't understand, guys. Hate watchers, you don't understand how much pleasure I get from your pain. I can't verbalize it. But oof, it is so fucking it's almost as delicious, almost, as the steak that I made the other day. You can see that on Twitter and Instagram. But goddamn, was that steak fucking incredible. I dreamt about it the next day, and I even felt it the day after. It's like, I was putting my mind back to thinking, oh, what was the feeling again that I got when I ate that steak? Orgasmic. It was beautiful. Nirvana, even. So, very similar in this case. It's truly very pleasurable to know that I piss people off so badly that they can't operate. They cannot operate like humans. They devolve into these little fucking childish monsters and are just fucking obsessed over shit. And especially when, I don't know, like I was saying earlier, if Ken doesn't call me out or Joe doesn't call me out, they get even more obsessed, more angry. And they're like, Joe, why aren't you calling Dave out? Ken, why aren't you calling Dave out? But, the pleasure I get. Oh, my. Oh, my. Yeah! Ooh, 10 hate watchers right now. Excellent. Keep on hating. Well, I bury you. But as we know, I'm certainly not the community shovel. That is a nickname that has been given to Tony and Tony alone. And it certainly is quite relevant. Also, I invented the term hate watchers, so since we're going to play tit for tat and all that, yes, that is my word. I've created that term, and as such, I will be acknowledged for it. Yes. Oh, somebody with some balls. Again, Mr. Kennedy, Dan Kennedy himself, has more balls than all the hate watchers combined that were tuned in to hear me talk shit about how pathetic they are. Welcome, Mr. Kennedy. Thank you for joining us here on this chill, yet not so much, drama fishing stream. Initially as a game stream, but you know what? When I play fishing, just like in real life, I'm going to be on the dock here, enjoying myself and the beautiful environment around me, and talking the greatest shit. Because nobody does it better than Dave Rose, except for Lionel Messi. I think you got my my Skype there, Ken. Kenegon, sorry. That's just terrible, dude. Like, you got to change that name, Kenegon. It Ken-Gon. Okay, 3 syllables already. So, but you're Dan. You're not Ken. So some people try to, when they have a nickname or something, they'll shorten it. But I could say Ken, but you're not Ken. You're Dan. So I don't know, man. I think you could change your YouTube name regardless. So consider that. Ooh, 12 viewers. 2, myself and Mr. Kennedy. And we have 10 hate watchers. Wow. Wow. Flavor Flav. Yeah, I was just like, hanging out in the park, yeah. And I saw these kids, so like I just followed them and like I just wanted to like hide behind the tree, but their parents like found me and like they took me to the police, like. Yeah, that's my Keith impression. Somebody who apparently was in actually, yeah, let's bring it up. Since we're talking drama, let's fucking do it. So, one of the points of contention that has been brought to my attention when it comes to Tony is the fact that apparently he claims that he certainly wasn't associating with pedophiles or anybody, and that Keith wasn't allowed there. Blah 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 blah. But there was a time, actually, a time not too long ago, where Keith decided to, I guess, part ways with YR and basically just watch and interact with Tony exclusively. And at that point, there was many videos where Tony was making this evident. He's like, "Oh, well, this guy left YR like he's a Tony guy, and he's here to get stony with Tony and blah blah blah." And actually, I think encouraged the guy to go into, I don't know if it was a relapse. I don't think he ever fucking stopped, but he did the whole triple C things again, and his caretaker overheard him about that and stuff, and he had to like empty the garbage and all that to try to hide it. There you go. You changed the name. The Dan Kennedy Show says, I have Discord and I changed my name. Excellent. Well, now we have Mr. Kennedy in the chat. I appreciate that. It'll keep me from saying Ken on Joe's show, because we know that's a no-no word. But, yes, thank you, Mr. Kennedy. And again, who doesn't want a Mr. in front of their name? Mr. Kennedy. I also have Skype, so if you want to call it on Skype, DV Stavros. Again, that's all my social media other than Twitter. I'm hoping Elon will restore my original account, but I've never asked him once to do that. I've asked him to restore Joe's channel, or account, but never once have I asked for my original account to be returned. I'll deal with the one I've got right now, DVS 20221. But oh shit! God damn you, Skype. Ladies and gentlemen, the king of New York himself, Foulmouth Ken.
What is up, my man? My man.
Hey, how you doing? Merry Christmas, and I hope
Christmas.
a happy holidays for this season right now, where we're trying to stay positive, despite what the world is trying to do to us. But yeah, thanks for calling in.
Well, I called in because I heard this clip, right, of Tony. I guess people are pressing him in this other community that he covers, the jail community, prison community, whatever the fuck you want to call it, incarceration community. They're pressing him about hanging out with Keith and saying that, oh, you supported a pedophile, you took, donations from a pedophile, blah, 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 right? Obviously, Scott, I guess, is in the middle of it because I've heard him mention Scott's name a couple of times. I wouldn't know because I'm not doing research on it, nor do I give a fuck. But I heard him made a comment. I heard Tony make a comment about all of us. And he's like, where's Joe in this? Where's Ken? Where's Dave? Where's YR?
I heard that exact same clip. He actually said, Tony actually said that all the names that Ken just mentioned, that we constantly, daily speak to Keith
he said we're on calls with him still to this day. I haven't spoken to Keith on a call in I can't remember how long. And if I
Same here.
It was because somebody called me with him in the call, okay, first of all. Second of all, Keith has called my program a billion gazillion times, okay? I could put him on any show I want. I don't answer, obviously, because of all the fucking negativity that surrounds him and all the bullshit. Now, you want to go and sit there and say that we converse with this guy on Skype weekly is an outright fucking lie, okay? Because I don't do that.
Nope, I don't do that either.
You don't do that. I can't speak for other guys.
He contacted me the other day with 2 different accounts. I blocked them both. Bam. Simple as that.
Yeah. And it's like, listen, Keith did what he did, right? Was he toxic at one point and you couldn't be next to him? Yeah, I guess sometimes, but everybody in this community has interacted with him one point or another before they knew what he did and after. So, and you know what? Not for nothing. I'm not going to throw Tony under the bus, but I will say this: Tony did not support Keith in any way. He did not take donations from a pedophile on purpose, knowing like, oh, there's a pedophile, I'm making money. Fuck it, I'm just gonna sit here and make money. He didn't support the guy, knowing he was a pedophile and all this and that. But what he did do was, at one point, they were fighting over Keith, believe it or not. And if the right people hear this, maybe this clip or this live stream will get back to the right people that need to hear this over in that other community, and they'll hear this. And like what I just said, I'll stand by it. I don't think that Tony was supporting Keith in any way, a pedophile, whatever you want to call him, because he's not a pedophile. He's a sex offender. All right, he didn't. But what I tell you, he did do was they were fighting over him at one point, him and Young Republican, and Tony knew his past at that point, but was dangling it in front of people like, ha, 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 look, Keith loves me. Keith knows I have the best stream in the world. Keith brags about me.
Keith was saying, like, Tony's like the most entertaining person in the community.
100%. Keith was in that chat a gazillion times when Tony first started, and even up until a couple of maybe months ago. Now, does that mean that Tony supported a pedophile and took money under the table or donations? No, it does not, because I don't think he was doing that. And that's why nobody in this community is saying anything about it, because no, Tony didn't do that. But if you're going to sit there and fabricate some bullshit like Tony likes to do sometimes, that's bullshit. When you sit there and say that, Joe, where's Ken? Where's this guy? Where's that guy with all this? They talk to him on stream calls, on Skype calls. That's bullshit. You're making it up, or somebody lied to you, because that is simply not true. Okay? We all knew what Keith did, and we all tried to keep our distance from him. And a lot of us did. And a lot of us intermingled with him because of him being on calls that he was invited to. Okay? None of us went out of our way to invite him to a call or to get Keith onto our show or onto our streams. Not me. Maybe Joe did before he found out what he did, but not after.
That's right.
Neither did Dave, neither did I. Okay? YR? Yes, he did. He didn't give a fuck about what Keith did, because he didn't look at it as bad as like what some of these other fucking dudes are doing by touching and hurting kids and molesting them and all that. Yeah. And like somebody said, there are fucking there's levels to this shit. There is levels. All right, and that's one of them. Keith is not the guy who is going to hurt a kid. I wouldn't trust him around my own kids, but he didn't get arrested or get in trouble for hurting a kid. He fucking did something so stupid and fucking something that he'll pay for the rest of his life, and he deserves to for what he did. That's besides the point, though. The bottom line is none of us aid and abet a fucking sex offender, and never have. And if anything, if you want to say anything, you could say that, and like I said, keep it in mind, I don't think Tony supported or was getting donations from a child molester or whatever and saying, hey, fuck it, as long as I'm being paid, I don't really care. No, it wasn't like that at all.
But he was associating with him. He was hanging in front of YR's face. Look at me, your best friend. Yes. He's here and watching me. And let's get Stony. And after that, that's when he had his fucking relapse or whatever with fucking. I think he went to the hospital because he fucking overdosed on triple C's again.
Yeah, and we were all trying to help the kid and trying to, lead him in the right way. I got you that. And look, there's a button on it. You see that fits you. We were trying to help out in that way. And we did live stream with this guy because we got added into calls that he was there. We got added on to shows that he was there. Me, Dave, Joe, anybody else in this community that had shows. Well, YR did like the live stream with him and did in the past. Now, if you want to say he was supporting a fucking pedophile or a child molester, I don't agree. He wasn't doing that either. He was just hanging out with Keith, He was one of the knockaround guys that he could chill with, and that's what they used to do with him. But hey, don't get it twisted. What I'm telling is the truth. What Tony is saying, he's either speculating, he's lying, or someone lied to him. Okay, it's one of those three, because none of us sit on calls with this guy still to this day after knowing what he did and all the
again,
heat
I
that's
can't remember
around
the last time I even fucking interact with the guy. Just like you said, it's just like you're just making shit up. Like I'm gonna have to say this is making shit up. It's not like I'm smoking weed with fentanyl, so I don't understand. No, you know exactly what's going on, Tony.
Yeah,
like you
bullshit.
know, you're not that stupid. You can't play fucking dumb here.
I don't think Tony would make something up like that, but maybe he's speculating. And if he's speculating, well, then, like, that's fucked up. Because you can sit there speculating all you want, and you're going to bash somebody else's name.
Well, word has it he's your best friend, so that wouldn't cost him anything to at least ask you before he fucking starts to make these sorts of speculations.
Yeah, well, listen, I haven't spoken to him since our little, interaction that we had. I left him a couple of messages after that because we were interacting that day. And, like I said, I don't have a fucking issue, and I still don't moving forward. It's more than, I heard him make a comment about, me and Kenny were just arguing over, how much I stream a week. That's petty shit. It's stupid. And I agree with that. I even said, like, dude, really, we're arguing over whether you do these amount of hours or not. Like, I know I said it and I was busting your balls and trying to get at you because I really didn't think you were doing 90 hours a week. But okay, you're doing close to it this week. I'll tell you that. So yeah, okay. But that wasn't the whole crux of everything. There was much more involved with it. He said things that like, if you're cool with somebody and you're friends with somebody and you respect somebody, you wouldn't be saying those things. So I didn't have a chance to interact with him or to talk with him, and I might not until after the holidays. And I really don't care. Not like I don't care, like I'm above it, but I don't care because, like, hey, dude, I fought with you. You said what you said. I said what I said. Okay, that's fine. I'm not fighting with you. I'm not wasting my time clocking you, worrying about what you're doing or saying or who you're hanging out with. None of my business. I don't ride dicks like some of these people do in this community. Scott. But, I will fucking tell you like it is. And that's the bottom line. We don't speak to him. And if I did speak to him, it's maybe once in the last fucking 4 months on a call that somebody called me on and he was on with 20 other people. And that's usually how it happens with me, Dave, Joe, Drew, and a bunch of other guys that live stream or live streamed in this community that have interacted with Keith. None of us have supported him since we heard what happened. None of us. I don't think he's been on any. He has been on my live streams, but never to where it's like, hey, Keith's my co-host and he's hanging out for the day and doing shows.
We certainly don't call him every day, and we certainly don't talk about him every day.
No, and at one point Tony was bragging and saying, yeah, Keith loves me, man. I'm gonna bring Keith on. We're gonna smoke. He loves when I get high. Keith and he loves me. So stop. If you're gonna sit there and so easily just say to whoever's listening, oh, those guys, where are they? Where are all these people? How come they're not speaking up? They talk to him on Skypes every week. No, if you're going to sit there and say that, well, then you know what? I'll bring up the fact that, yes, you did sit there and fucking play games and interact with Keith and bring him on your streams knowing what he did, just like everybody else did. So do I think you were supporting him? No, you weren't supporting a pedophile or whatever the New Age plug is trying to say.
He knew what he did, though. He knew what he did, though. And he hung it in front of YR's face.
Yeah, if you want to judge it accordingly, that's up to you. The way I'm judging it is, listen, he did no worse than I did because I knew Keith did what he did, but I still was on Skype calls and interacted with them. So I can't call him out because I'll be just as guilty. But what I can say is if you're going to sit there and just either have somebody lie to you and manipulate you or make up something and lie about it like a scumbag or just think that this is the way it is. Oh, those guys, I probably all speak to Keith. And you're going to sit there and say that on your own stream, well, then, you know what? Then you should be willing to hear what other people have to say about you. And there's no denying the fact that he was interacting and bringing Keith on and having Keith in the chat and totally playing footsie with him at one point and dangling it over other people's face that he was hanging out with Keith and Keith loved him and loved his show and was supporting him. But like I said, in the same breath, he was not taking donations and actively supporting a fucking pedophile and saying, hey, I know this guy's a pedophile, but I don't care because I'm making money and I'm bringing him on my channel. But he did know. And if he's going to go out there and say that shit like he said about Joe, me, you, and everyone else that he said, where are these guys? Well, then you know what? Hey.
They talk. I heard the clip. Dude, they talk to Keith every day. That's a fucking straight out lie. It's a straight out lie. It's not even fucking, it doesn't even need to be researched. It's a straight out lie.
Straight up lie. I don't have no problem with Keith. I'm not afraid of Keith to where it's toxic and I got a jet every time he comes on a stream with somebody. But listen, in the same breath, I don't put him on my shit. Keith has called and sent me recordings and begged me to be on my shit a million fucking times, right? There was one point I could have put him on every time I live stream. I could have put Keith on. I didn't because of his background and who he hung out with and the type of person he is. 1 minute he loves you, the next minute he fucking hates you, right? It's very weird with him. He goes and does his thing. I don't hate him for what he did. What he did in the past is fucked up. Is he paying for it? Yes, he is. Everybody knows what he did, and they treat him accordingly. So he's paying for it dearly. He is. He can't live a normal life. He probably never will, and he shouldn't. So that's good. But I heard that, and I was like, you know what, man? That is a total bunch of bullshit. Either someone lied to Tony and is manipulating him like a fucking wet brain idiot that can't tell that that's not true, or he made that up and is lying like a scumbag, or he just thinks that and thinks, oh, yeah, they all speak to him every week. No, don't do that, bro. That's not right. Because so many of us could come on here and say, well, the truth is Tony was fucking all over Keith, and Keith was all over Tony for a good month where they were fucking live streaming and fucking having fun and hanging out in chats.
Yep.
And doing shticks and bits and skits together. And you know what I mean? Let's not forget that. You know, if you're going to bring that up and say that we speak to him every day, well, then, hey, bring up the truth, bring up facts, because what he brought up, it's not facts, nor does he have proof of it. But you can go back onto Tony's channel and go listen to fucking 7-8 months ago, 9 months ago, and you'll hear Keith on there. You'll see Keith in the chat. You'll hear him referring to Keith and saying that he loves him.
Exactly.
So, I mean, the proof's there. You know what I mean? Everybody yells, this guy yells about having proof, and I show facts, and I show this. Well, then show that we speak to this guy every week or every day, like you said. Show that.
And actually, in fact, show the equivalency. If you are claiming that, you know, if people are claiming that you associate with the pedophile and stuff, try to show the equivalency to me or Ken or Joe doing the exact same thing. You can't. You cannot do that.
I put a London broil in it.
Yeah.
Dave, I got a London broil in my drawers, bro. Yeah, but no, man, I heard that and I was like, you know what? I wasn't going to call in and say anything tonight and just let you do your thing. But I heard that and I'm like, nah. Sorry. It don't go down like that. And I would have called into Tony's own program and said this, but I don't think he's on, and there's no getting through to him. Every time I try to get through to him, he doesn't answer.
Well, every time you try, he'll disconnect you from the call. That's very mature.
Yeah, well, that too. It's like you can't even, like, if I go on there, am I going to be hung up on if I'm disagreeing or saying something different than what he's saying? And honestly, it's like he's so ready to fucking fight somebody, but he don't remember half the shit he says about these people like a week before, 2 weeks before. It's like they're on the call, you're making love to them, and then like...
Well, actually, I get reminded the fact that... you know, I said on one of my streams, I don't think that's Tony trolling the chat. I just don't think he would do that. And I believe you also said the similar thing, where that, you know, in a chat where it's like, no, I don't think it would be Tony either.
Yeah, and then he took that and said, oh, well, thanks for saying that, Ken, in the chat. When he read it, he was reviewing the stream, and he saw that I said that in the chat after you said that too, and I agreed with you. And he said, oh, yeah, yo, shout out to Ken. That's nice that he said that. Thanks for having my back. I appreciate that. Something to that effect, right? 2 days later, he's reviewing me, and he hears me talking, and he hears me go, well, I would never troll Joe in his chat. I'm not like that. I don't go into people's chat and have to fucking troll them. I'll go on my stream and say what I have to say. Not a big deal. And he goes, yeah, well, you think that he would have my back and say some shit like that? No, nobody would have my back. You know, he won't go out and say that, oh, no, Tony won't do that. Tony wouldn't do that. And I'm like, dickhead, how fucking fast you forget 2 days ago that you very well said that exact fucking thing to me. And then all of a sudden, 2 days later, you forget and accuse me of being some kind of scumbag rat that doesn't tell things like it really is. Because that's all I do is tell it like it is. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I got news for you. In this case, I am not wrong because there is no proof that any of us speak to Keith on the regular. And there's plenty of proof that at one point he was in love with Keith and playing footsie with him for a fucking month and a half, 2 months. So stop the shit. All right. I don't think he was supporting a pedophile. And I think the guy New Age is a little fucking crazy saying what he's saying. He's obviously, reaching, throwing shit up against the wall there. Okay. And the whole thing about the edited video too, I heard that pop up again because the guy New Age mentioned, Scott told me about these edited videos. They made him try to look like a pedophile. It's like, bro, you obviously have no clue what you're talking about. And you're just taking one side of the story from somebody. How the fuck
Scott make himself look that way?
Yeah, how could somebody take 5 minutes out of something without adding words or taking words out and fucking make somebody look like a pedophile? How can you do that? Ask yourself that one question. I mean, how can you do that? It's impossible.
It's not a deep fake. It's nothing. It's just like, again, and we've all actually heard that clip, the entire clip. That 5 minutes that was removed. It's just fucking Scott, as always, fucking totally inebriated, just totally, just delusional, and just mumbling and stuff. It's like, of course you don't need that. Did you want to listen to that? Because you can check out my streams and stuff.
And Dave, the guy in New Age said he saw that clip himself. He saw the Omegle video. Well, that's fine. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what to think when you watch that Omegle video. But anybody in their right mind would watch that and say it was at the very least inappropriate. So please, with that shit. My editing that I took out 5 minutes of this video that was long, and the 5 minutes I took out was nothing important. I don't know how that makes that somebody look like.
Well, you know what? They can. You know what? Fine. Let them question your shit, but they can't question mine because when I used to work with Scott, this guy made it very clear that he fucking loved this Danielle Bregoli girl, the one that was underage, and when approached by Mars, me, and others, he's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, she's hot, man. Like, I like her. It's like, okay.
Well, dude, that whole thing with Scott being cool with people over there, like, let him go and make friends with other people. I don't know why Tony's got to mix it up with him. And I don't know why any of this is even being dredged up about Omegle videos or any of that, because I didn't go over and say anything about it. I haven't talked shit about Scott or like did anything with an Omegle video. That's all around fucking other people. It has nothing to do with me, you, or anyone else. So, like, as far as Scott, it's like, dude, I'm keeping my mouth shut. I don't say shit about you. But if I'm going to hear this guy New Age come on to a stream and say, like, oh, those guys tried to fuck him, bro. They edited the video to make him look like it. No, I did not. Anybody could go watch that video and make up their own mind on what they believe.
Yep.
Okay? That's up to them. But anyway, I got to bolt because my father's inside waiting for me. I'll hit you back up if he's still on.
Yeah. I might actually have to go against what I said earlier in the stream, where I might actually do a drama diner, reopen it, and talk about some very, I know it's the Christmas season, but hey, I am devious.
Dave, you know what? Dave, go down, hit the boiler, turn it on, turn the burners on, turn the lights on.
Might as well. Nothing else going on tonight, right? All right, bro. Let you go. Love to your father. Love to your family. Prayers to you and everyone. And if you're around, I'll be here fucking burning it up.
All right, dude. Peace.
There goes the king of New York himself, Fatmouth Ken. And yes, see, it's hilarious. It's easier to walk away from a fucking delicious chocolate bar than it is from walking away from justice. Remember, like I said, vengeance is best served cold, and also belongs to God. But justice, that belongs to man. And whether hot or cold, just like a pizza, it's always fucking delicious. Shout out to It's Steve Callan in the chat. Mr. Kennedy says, Dave, I've invited you to my Discord. Too many Discords, to be quite honest. I mean, all these people invite me to their Discords and stuff, and I mean, my Discord's beautiful. Super secret server. And there's mysteries, there's news, there's drama, and there's a lot of different sub-channels and so forth. But so many people have invited me to their Discords. There's so many. And then there's all the stupid alerts that you get. So somebody might just put a simple reply or a fucking image, and it's just like you got to keep track of all that shit. But, if you want to call in, add me on Skype. That is the appropriate way, the civilized way for humans to talk is through Skype. But I will allow Discord just because it's fucking somewhat accepted now, but even still. Let me catch up with this. Get rid of that. What's in the chat? Figured it would be easier for us to talk. Oh, on Discord. I don't know about easier. Maybe more convenient for you, but again, I do prefer my what's it called? My Skype. I think it's much more stable, and yes, it has its problems, but fuck, I missed that fish. But yeah, all right. So give me a second here. Oh, shout out to the Ghost from the Coast. Says you. Dan Kennedy. All right, so let me go to Discord here. I'll be honest, I'm very, very tempted to just open the diner again. I'm very, very tempted. I'm conflicted. It is the Christmas season after all. And, one should be a little more divine than devious, but I am Devious Dave Rose. And certain things must be said, and nobody does it better than Dave Rose. And really, what the fuck is going on Sunday night, I think it might be my duty as your first drama emperor. I still have to contact the fourth drama emperor, Nikki Nines, to see what's going on with the guy. I know he's living life to the fullest, but the people do demand an emperor, and I would prefer not to take the crown from him. I mean, obviously the first one was always the best, but regardless, I think the crown should be passed around, not like a whore, but for those that truly deserve it, they deserve the title of drama emperor, even if the reign was very short, if you wish to call it that. But, it's like the dark side. The dark side is calling you, Dave. Give in to the drama. Do it. Strike them down. Lagoon in the chat says, Dave, diner is closed. Open up the bistro of Devious Delicacies. Well, I mean, that would be a new title and stuff, and it certainly... I thought about Drama Cantina, because I wanted to go with the whole food sort of thing. And hey, Hispanic Cantina competition. But, I mean, shit. People see on their fucking subscription list that Drama Diner 101 is coming out. Well, there'll certainly be a lot more people than there are right now. And, certainly a lot of hate watchers as well. But that's the whole fun of it, right? That's the whole fun of it. Ghost from the Coast says, you leaving the Joey stream, Dave? Joe said it yesterday. It's potentially looking that way. I don't know. I really don't know. Things are so up in the air. I don't know. But I'm planning contingency plans and such. And it's very complicated, but I don't want to bore you guys. And no, I'm not, again, like Jacob RP, looking for a shoulder to cry on, like he tried to do the other day on my show when it was Mestizo Make-A-Wish Day. But I'm not, people know, most people know a lot about what's going on in my life. And I certainly don't like to mention it. But, I was forced to mention it, obviously. Again, thank you, Scott, for fucking saying something that I said to you in fucking total confidence, thinking, okay, and, Ken's gone through this, Joe's gone through this. Maybe I can help this guy out. I know he's troubled, but maybe I can help him out. We've had our issues in the past, but, maybe there's a chance that I can fulfill what I view as a normal act of a human, is to help others. And yeah, many hate watchers could claim, oh, well, what about this, Dave? It's like I never fucked with anyone who didn't fuck with me first. But even when people did fuck with me first, like Scott, I still tried to help them out. And I dealt with a lot. Okay, the man is like he's not even a man. He's a fucking man-child. He's a toddler, mentally and intellectually and emotionally. And I tried. So did Joe. So did Ken. So did, I think, many other people out there. Many people that eventually got stalked by the guy. And, they just ended up disappearing. Joe wants to joke around about, me taking some of his donators. Okay, I'll accept the joke. I don't think it's as accurate as he claims it, but you know what? I can take a jab, okay? I can take a fucking uppercut. I'm still here. But simple statements about these sorts of things to somebody like Scott, the world comes to an end. I gotta say, I'm getting fired up here. I'm starting to lose my concern for the fishing. Let's get our cast up here. I think I forced it onto myself, people. This is the problem, Sometimes you stare at the Coke line too long and say, let's go back to bad habits. But I never said I was good in the first place, now did I? Or nice, I should say. That's the actual term. Mr. Gurney says, make a wish day. No, Mestizo Make-A-Wish Day. It was actually separated because, who wants to really do that? But, I gave him the opportunity and, we saw what happened. He thought he owned the show. He's like, it's the Jacob and Dave show. It's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Don't delude yourself. Come on. It even sounds sad. If anything, I would call it spick and prick, And yes, I'm a spick as well, but, he's much more of a dirty mestizo than I am because I have no mestizo blood in my, I'm purebred, And, it would be something funny like that. There'd be some sort of, joke on the whole situation. And I wouldn't call it Mestizo y Castillo because then it's just way too long, too many words and such, too many syllables, and most Americans wouldn't be able to pronounce it. But if anything, if they're somehow in some alternate world, there would be a show with me and Jacob RP. It'd be fucking called something better than Jacob and Dave. Like, you fucking moron. Go try to date a fucking pregnant woman, you despicable shit. Or spick. Whatever. Same. Oh, there he is. He's in the chat right now. I don't like the look of those eyebrows, so I'm going to actually time you out. Not hide you, but I'll time you out. So, there you go. Those eyebrows are offensive. But yes, I don't know if I can hold on any longer. I think I must go back and reopen the Drama Diner. Goon says, for all knows, I'm a sucker for drama and will support keeping the lights on. For all knows? I don't understand. What's this hell nah, Ghost from the Coast? Today was not a strong... I was blessed today, very blessed. And obviously, the win for Argentina, a great blessing. Santo Diego de Maradona looking over the team. And no hand of God needed this time. But I know it's the holidays, but I might just need to do a Drama Diner. I can't hold back. Talk to other people. I talk to my therapists, i.e. friends in the community. And although I wasn't seeking their assistance, and they're the ones who actually brought up, go live today, I sort of walked myself back. I guess I'm walking forward now. All right, so let's do this. Since I've got 19 captive viewers, I am going to start to set up the new stream. Can't hold it back any longer. I'm sorry. It's just not possible anymore. We're going to proceed with the reopening of the Drama Diner. Indeed. So as such, please act cordially, form a line and please don't fight to get back into the diner. There's going to be enough seats there. Everything's going to be clean and stuff, but I need you to remain comported in such a way that we don't have deaths due to stampedes. Because I know that there's a lot of people that are fucking really down with me going right back to the Drama Diner and reopening it since they requested it. But yes, I think that is what will need to be done. So, let me just bring this up here. Trying to keep this going here. I want minimal time from end of this game stream to the drama stream. So, if you'll bear with me, I will be able to keep you entertained. And also make sure this thing goes off without a hitch. But it's been so long since I did a Drama Diner that I might have to create a new... Oh, there it is. That's the last one. No, 98. Hold on. Where is it? 100. Okay. There we go. Found it. So I'm going to reuse these settings. And I'm going to call this episode 101. Grand reopening. Bam. Exclamation mark. That means a lot. So anytime you add an exclamation mark, it means quite a lot. And yes, we will be taking a lot of people's calls when we finally go live. So let me make a new menu here, because as always we have to make a new menu. Here we go. Reopening. Whoops, that's not how it works. What the fuck's wrong with my keyboard? Hold on. Open. There we go. Good job. Oh, hold on. Gotta spell it right. Did I do? Oh my god. I am fucking awesome. Let me just get this set up here. Latino Heat says, Tony making claims and accusations along with some other morons joining in, apparently. Always seems to be the case. All right, so our meal will be reopening ratatouille. I don't like to rush these, but I always take, when I was doing the Drama Diners, I always took pleasure in trying to make a menu that actually sounded somewhat realistic, but utilizing words that were part of the community. It certainly was another nugget of joy that I took from my greatness. Scante. Here we go. Reopening ratatouille with Scunty sauce. And a side. Actually, I don't like to rush this. I want to fucking write it nice. And usually I don't even announce it. I enforce that the viewers actually read the fucking description so that they know what's on the fucking menu. But, I do like to make it work, guys. Come on. There we go. I won't tell you what the last portion is. You'll have to see that as soon as the video goes up. I will post the link actually to the chat in a moment, and we'll put it there. You guys have to tune in. I mean, especially the hate watchers. Guys, you have to fucking tune in, because this is worthy of reopening the fucking diner. It really is. And obviously you've got, side pieces like Tony and stuff, side dishes that can easily be reviewed, or Scott. But there's so much. So bear with me here. Yeah, I guess that would be sufficient. There we go. There we go. So I'll set this up to air at 6. Well, can't do that, but you know what? I'll air in a couple of minutes. So let me just get the link for you guys. I'll put it in the chat. We'll end this video, and you can tune in there. Oh, Jacob RP says you gotta do something about the rats, though. Oh, well, we're going scorched earth, baby. Scorched earth. So, there we go. Oh, we have a subscriber now. New subscriber, Hunter Wilson. You look kind of like a fat Mandalorian. Okay, so there's the link, people. Let's go. I'm new here. Don't know what's happening, but I'm down. Oh, we're going down the Golden Road, the Yellow Brick Road of drama. So stay tuned. Get your seatbelt on. Keep your arms and feet inside the ride. And pray to God, because it's going to be awesome. Alrighty, so there's the link. Check it out. Simmer down, you overexcited amateur fuck, at Ghost Coast. Dude, you do your eyebrows, okay? With the cockswax. No, you relax with the cockswax. That's my line. Oh, dude, I know. I invented that. Oh, like wild stallions, bro. All right, so hasta la vista, fucking. Here, I'll quit it for everyone to see. Okay, so I'm quitting the game, blah, blah, blah. There you go. Bye. Hello. Bye. There you go. Bye, Shid. Hi, Shid. And now what we're going to do is we're going to end the stream. Yeah, there we go. I'll end the stream. Give me a couple of minutes. We go live, and then the fun starts. Okay, I couldn't hold myself back any further. Time to do a nice fiery Sunday night. Thank you for joining us. I am Devious Dave Rose, and I'm going to see you very